So this book is primarily about two monastic authors, Basil of Caesarea and Benedict of Nursia. So Basil lived in what is now Turkey in the 4th century. He was a theologian of great renown and great repute, but lived in a monastic community. So he wrote monastic rules to govern that community. Benedict, on the other hand, lived a couple centuries later and lived in Italy. And his story is different than Basil. Basil went off to university, if you will, and got his degree and then was a teacher in Caesarea, but a teacher who started a monastery. Benedict's a little different. He went to Rome and was to go to university and was scandalized by the behavior of the other students. And so he dropped out, went and lived in a cave for a while, and then founded the famous monastery at Monte Cassino, which is what he wrote his Rule of Benedict for, to govern that community. So the content of these books is monastic rules, which might seem disconnected to something that should be read today. But because we all live in community, it's important to think about how we live well in a community. So the content of this book addresses things like how the community is organized, what are the different offices, those who are in authority in the community, but also what is the goal of the community, to exercise good works, to be prayerful, to grow in our humility. And so the content is not just about the organization, though that is in there, but it's also about the spiritual teachings. So the rules of Benedict and the rule of Basil both serve the purpose of guiding people of how to live well together in community, and also how to live well together in community towards a common end, in this case, union with God, love of neighbor.